if I told you that a financial product that everyone used to hate might be the very thing that saves your retirement? Well, in our financial freedom video today, we're going to be breaking down why annuities are no longer the villain of retirement planning, and how the right annuity could actually help you lock in guaranteed income, reduce market stress, and protect your long-term retirement strategy. So definitely stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. We want to welcome you back to our channel. Well, Carson, for a long time, the word annuity made people cringe. And it's only because they've heard of them having high fees or dealing with pushy salespeople and having zero flexibility. But you think that narrative has changed now?
It absolutely has changed, Andrea, and it's unfortunate that many people do still feel this way. But today in our financial freedom video, I am going to show you exactly what has changed with annuities in recent years, Andrea. And we're going to also talk about why more smart retirees are now using them more than ever before, even Dave Ramsey fans, Andrea. And in this video, we're going to tell you how you can really determine how an annuity can fit your overall retirement plan. And we're going to also help people, Andrea, avoid getting an annuity sold to them, because that is really the culprit here. And my goal is that hopefully by the end of this video, the information that I am going to be sharing with you about annuities from a fiduciary standpoint is going to help you to understand why maybe an annuity is not a dirty word anymore, and that you might realize that you could be missing out on one of the smartest financial tools that you can have available to you today. But before we get into this, there are always two rules to retirement income that I do like to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number one is to never run out of money. And rule number two is to never forget rule number one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today and talk about why annuities should no longer be a dirty word. So let me go ahead and start out by saying I want to clear the air and talk about how annuities actually earn their bad reputation. Well, years ago, annuities definitely were loaded with commissions and high surrender charges. Some annuities, of course, years ago had limited investment options, and they offered really low caps, so you couldn't get really a lot of growth on any type of an annuity at that time. People were locked into annuities, basically sometimes for 15 to 20 years with certain contracts. And of course, many people didn't understand those contracts as well. And probably the most egregious thing that gave annuities their bad reputation is that most annuities, they were often sold. And unfortunately, even to this day, this happens. If you're not working with a fiduciary, many of those annuities are sold and they're not really planned into a strategic retirement strategy. So with that being the case, it is definitely no surprise why so many people either feel trapped or misled when it comes to annuities. But here's what's really changed and why annuities should no longer be considered a bad word. First of all, when we're talking about modern annuities, they're definitely leaner now. Many fixed index annuities and other annuities have no internal fees on an annual basis. Some annuities, when you're working with a fiduciary or a registered investment advisor who has a model of being paid on a fee-based level, they don't even have commissions. Those annuities are structured just like someone who had investments under any type of custodial account. Secondly, when we're talking about caps and participation rates on annuities now, they're so much higher. In 2025, on certain index strategies within a fixed index annuity, we're seeing caps over 10% or more. And there are even some strategies now that are uncapped, meaning that you can get as high as that particular index will give in any given year. Another change that has taken place with annuities now is that they've certainly become more flexible. You can now have partial withdrawals out of an annuity. There are income riders that can give you lifetime income benefits from annuities. You also have liquidity options that are available to you that gives retirees a lot more control over how they actually take money out of an annuity. You just have to speak with someone, as I mentioned, who is a fiduciary and who is well knowledgeable about all types of annuities and are not looking to sell you one, but position it appropriately according to your risk tolerance. Another type of an annuity, known as a multi year guaranteed annuity, which is similar to a CD, is also very, very attractive right now. We are now seeing rates on multi year guaranteed annuities of anywhere of 5.5% or maybe even higher. These types of annuities, they offer guaranteed growth, so you don't have to worry about an index. With an index, maybe it's up one year and it's down the next year, even though you can't lose any money in an index annuity, a fixed index annuity. You may not gain anything either if the market is not doing well. But with a multi year guaranteed annuity, every single year without fail, once you actually lock into that rate, similar to a CD, you will get that particular rate until the end of its term. So there is growth opportunities here. There is no risk in the market. And most importantly, these types of annuities do not have any annual fees. So if you're actually thinking about an annuity, who will benefit from them in 2025? Who are annuities a good fit for currently? Well, this is my assessment in my practice. If you are a pre retiree and you're in your 50s and 60s, and even someone who's already retired and looking for an income play or more protection for their retirement savings, this may be a good fit for you because these types of plans will lower the risk of your portfolio and also provide you with some safe growth opportunities. And as I mentioned, income later for life. Also, another good fit would be a retiree who is interested in actually having guaranteed monthly income to cover their essential needs. So just consider someone who has Social Security, which will not cover all of your needs, as we've already determined on this channel in many other videos. Well, having an annuity to supplement some of your additional essential income needs would be vital. And so, therefore, this would be a good fit for a person who's looking for that guarantee. Another type of person who would be a good fit for an annuity is someone who really do not want to worry about the stock market. If you're someone who cannot stomach the ups and downs of the market, then an annuity could be a possible good fit for you. Another person who might need to consider looking into an annuity is someone who perhaps have too much money in cash and you're earning under 2% in some CD or savings account. You might want to think about looking into a multi-year guaranteed annuity where you can get 2 to 3 times higher of interest on that money. But with that being said, there are always going to be things that you do want to watch out for, and you want to talk with your advisor about this. Some annuities do still have long surrender periods, so you have to see what would be a good fit for you. You also have to understand that annuities do come with optional riders that sound really good, but they can certainly eat up your returns. Typically, annuities with riders are not going to have the higher growth potential as annuities without optional riders. Also, if you're definitely not careful, you still can be sold something that you don't need. So you have to make sure that you fit the bill for having an annuity, and a fiduciary advisor, someone who's always looking out for your best interest, is going to be best at positioning an annuity for your retirement savings. So things that you do want to ask when you're speaking with an advisor about an annuity, you want to ask them, what are the surrender charges? You want to also ask about if there are any hidden fees or riders that you should also be aware of as well. And probably the most important question that you want to ask this advisor is, what problem is this particular annuity solving for your retirement plan?
All right, Carson. So, what's the moral of this video?
Yeah, Andrew, the moral of this video is that, is annuity still a dirty word to you? In my opinion, not if you use it the right way. If you actually use it with the right structure and the right strategy, with, of course, the right fiduciary guidance. When an annuity is properly integrated into a financial plan, an annuity can provide income stability. It can also provide growth potential, and of course, it can provide a peace of mind in retirement. It is not about if a product is good or bad. It is absolutely about how you use that product when you're going to use that product, and who's helping you make that decision. And we would like to hear from you. Leave us a comment in the section below and let us know what you think about annuities. Have you ever used an annuity? Did this information maybe change your mind about annuities if you're thinking about using one? And as always, when it comes to this type of information, make sure that you speak with a certified financial planner in your area.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.